Disney's upcoming Snow White reboot, or as I like to call it, Snow Fright. The Damage Control Edition has been stirring up quite the buzz, and not in a good way. Between CEO Bob Iger's push for more diversity and inclusion and Rachel Zegler's interesting PR choices, it seems like Disney is scrambling to find its footing. Honestly, it's starting to feel like they're just tossing ideas out there, hoping something finally clicks.
I know that you've told me before that your version of Snow White is different, and it's more of a 2022 version of Snow White. What did you mean by that?
I mean, the original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her.
Yeah.
Weird.
Super weird.
So we didn't do that this time.
What I meant by that is our version of Snow White isn't just a retelling of the 1937 classic. It's more of a modern take, made with today's audience in mind. The original, as iconic as it is, really leaned into her love story, which, let's be honest, included a guy who kind of stalks her. Weird, right? So yeah, we didn't go down that road this time. We wanted a Snow White who feels more like a real, empowered character that fits the world we live in now.
The cartoon was made 85 years ago, and therefore it's extremely dated when it comes to the ideas of women being in roles of power and what a woman is fit for in the world. And so when we came to reimagining the actual role of Snow White, it became about the fairest of them all, meaning who is the most just and who can become a fantastic leader. And the reality is, Snow White has to learn a lot of lessons about coming into her own power before she can come into power over a king.
Before we dive into all this drama, don't forget to like and subscribe so you can stay updated on all the latest Hollywood buzz. Now let's talk about Disney's Snow White 2025. Because, oh boy, it's a lot. Disney, bless their persistent heart, isn't exactly known for backing down from controversy. This is the same company behind ABC's The View and Jimmy Kimmel Live, so drama is practically in their DNA. And let's not forget their obsession with live-action remakes nobody asked for. Enter Snow White 2025, starring Rachel Zegler, who's been making headlines for all the wrong reasons. Instead of silencing her critics, Rachel's been doing interview after interview. And let's just say she's been giving people more reasons to side-eye this movie. It's gotten so bad that Disney appears to be in damage control mode. Reports say they slashed the marketing budget and quietly pulled Rachel from major appearances, including the Oscars, Thanksgiving specials, and even New Year's Eve events. It's like they're trying to make her fade into the background before the movie even premieres.
It seems Disney has reduced the role of Rachel Zegler in their upcoming inevitably doomed Snow White live-action remake. After Rachel Zegler publicly tried to send all of her cronies after Gina Carano and cancel her, it seems that Rachel Zegler is getting canceled herself. Apparently, Disney hired a child actor to come in and play a younger version of Snow White, so that way the child actor could take screen time away from Rachel Zegler. Because of all of Rachel Zegler's actions and comments on social media, it seems that Disney wants to distance themselves, and honestly, if they didn't already announce that she was going to be in the role of Snow White, they probably would have recast her altogether.
Rachel Zegler isn't holding back when it comes to defending Snow White 2025. She's described her version of Snow White as a warrior who protects society, emphasizing the film's focus on diversity. According to Rachel, anyone who disagrees with this updated take is either misogynistic or just plain ignorant. But here's the thing, maybe some folks just want a simple, nostalgic fairy tale about a princess singing with woodland animals instead of getting a lecture on societal issues. Rachel seems pretty confident that even those boycotting the film will end up buying tickets anyway. Mark my words, she said. They'll be lining up to see me. Bold words, especially when her recent movies haven't exactly been box office hits. And then there's the twist that really left people scratching their heads. Rachel explained that Snow White's name in this version comes from her surviving a snowstorm. Yep, you read that right. The snow part isn't about her fair skin anymore. It's about her toughness against the elements. Forget the classic lore. Apparently, resilience against weather is the new vibe. Rachel insists this revamped backstory is a necessary update, declaring, "We changed the meaning of her spirit, her values, and her name." Sure, but it's not exactly winning over fans who love the original story. She also shared her sacrifices for the role, saying no one understands how hard it is to sit in a costume for 16 hours a day. First off, Rachel, that's kind of the job when you're an actor. Second, maybe don't frame wearing a princess dress as if it's a life-altering hardship. It's not exactly the stuff of legends. Finally, Rachel took a swipe at toxic men and women who, according to her, are spreading negativity about the movie. But if the goal was to turn critics into fans, these comments don't seem to be doing the trick. Rachel Zegler has framed the backlash against Snow White 2025 as part of a grand conspiracy to undermine powerful female roles. Sure, internet trolls exist, but the bigger problem seems to be that audiences just aren't connecting with the drastic changes to the story. Meanwhile, Disney seems to be in full panic mode. They scaled back Rachel's appearances and reduced TV spots, suggesting they're preparing for a not-so-magical opening weekend. And honestly, who can blame them? The movie hasn't even premiered yet, and it's already drowning in controversy. Fans are frustrated with the creative liberties, families are boycotting, and social media is flooded with memes poking fun at Disney's attempts to rewrite beloved classics. Rachel's response to all this? She's brushing it off as copycat behavior and insisting the film won't fail. "Just watch," she said. "Confidence is great, but when even Disney seems hesitant about the movie's prospects, maybe dial it back a notch." Here's the bigger picture. Snow White 2025 isn't just a gamble. It's part of Disney's larger trend of live-action remakes that have been, let's say, hit or miss. From The Little Mermaid to Mulan, these reboots are struggling to strike a balance between nostalgia and modern updates. While Disney markets itself as progressive, audiences seem to be tuning out more and more. The truth is, people didn't fall in love with Snow White because of her warrior spirit or her ability to survive a snowstorm. They loved her kindness, innocence, and the timeless journey in the original tale. Stripping away those elements for the sake of being modern misses the point entirely. As Disney keeps stumbling, you have to wonder how much longer they can keep this up. Snow White 2025 seems destined to join the ranks of other recent flops, and Rachel Zegler's PR stumbles aren't helping. If Disney wants to fix its image, it might need to step back and refocus on what made the classics so beloved in the first place: great storytelling. For now, we'll be keeping an eye out for the next trailer, which is reportedly dropping in February. Will it change anyone's mind? Probably not, but hey, stranger things have happened. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Weird. And then it became like, I will elbow everyone out of the way to play the part. That people will assume is a love story just because like we cast a guy in the movie, right. Andrew Burnap. All of Andrew's scenes could get cut. Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby.
I say, if I'm going to stand there 18 hours in a dress of an iconic Disney princess, I deserve to be paid for every hour that is streamed online.
And we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be.